welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, it is kind of raining outside, sort of. It's like it's about to rain, but it's not really raining. And I know if I open the door, that's when it's going to start to rain and flood everything. So now I'm stuck inside without the door open. And yeah, it's getting kind of warm in here with all these machines and things. But I got some fans and stuff is working on. So yeah, and I'm using the lights. So things look different than other videos. That's why. Welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on, because I am the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And by doing untilit.works, it allows me the opportunity. I'm watching this printer, just kind of make sure it's working. It allows me the opportunity to set aside time to do like these ciphers. And a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on, trying to make some progress, and making sure your printers have filament in them and that they don't get jammed or anything. But, so stuff like that. And then around 15 minutes after the hour, I'll pop up on the screen to remind you to take a break and get up, walk around, drink some water, or sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. Either way, let your mind not focus on the thing you were just working on for 45 minutes. Yeah, so like I mentioned, I'll pop up on here with the screen. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen, and that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And that's why I have the notice there saying you need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is a button for to open closed captions. I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. And so if you click that, a space will open up, and the things I am saying will hopefully be transcribed accurately and placed in that box that opens up. Then there's 2 buttons. Don't worry about them. They're broken. I'll get to it at some point. Probably not. There is a countdown timer, countdown when the next work session will start. And then there's a link if you'd like to join the chat room to ask questions or just chat. All right, cool. So that is the break session. Work session looks like this. If you check out in the upper right-hand corner, if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the left, there's an audio player, so if you want to listen to some tunes while you're working on what we're working on, you can do that there. Here towards the bottom, towards the center, we have the to-do section where it says add a task. You type in the task, hit enter or the plus button. It'll then add it to the list of tasks. You can edit the task by clicking the text. You can delete it by clicking the X button, or if you want mark it complete, click the checkbox. That'll send it to the done section. So if you click the header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter in a brand new tab, and it will pre-populate a tweet listing out all the things you got completed with like check marks next to them. For me, it's like a nice way of like, I got some stuff done going into the week, feeling good. Over in the right column, we have a countdown timer here at the top, countdown to when the next break session happens. Again, like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So now, if you don't have a particular thing that you want to work on, and you heard web development sounds pretty cool, well, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, I think if you complete those programs, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing web development. I also have, if you're already into web development, and maybe you're looking for like a project you can pick up and, start from finish, I have links to 3 projects, 3 tutorials on that lead to the Developer Vonage platform. Now, I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibility looking for tutorials. They may get the creative juices going, you know what I'm saying, to where you can like extend that tutorial into something like super dope, or maybe create something totally separate, you know what I'm saying? For example, one of them is following the tutorial, you end up with a web application that has an input box and a call button. You put in your real world phone number in that input box, hit call, and your real world phone will ring. And you'll be able to have a conversation between your web application and your phone. Now I have one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number, you link that to the tutorial's web application that you create, and then from your real world phone, you can call that virtual number and answer it in the web application and have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where like 2 users like log in to the web application, and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation. So those are there. Now I also that's there. Hako we'll come back to. Show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Don't worry about the highlight thing. That's part of the stuff that's broken. Now, Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder/Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on what you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can invite people to join the room. And the hope is that together as a collective, you'll be able to come up with a solution or feedback on the thing that you're working on. So now if you were to click View Hako, it shows you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile to see whether or not you'd like to request to join the room. I also added this filter by keyword list here. So there's a specific subject or keyword that you're looking for. Maybe it's in the list, and you'll be able to narrow down the Hakos by that. When you click Create a Hako, you're presented with a form. You put in a title and 3 keywords. Hit create, it'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy and click to share to Twitter. When you join your Hako, it looks like this. Got the title here at the top. You can leave with the leave button on the right, top upper right. You can open the menu for some more options. We got text chat here on the below that to the right. We'll come back to that. On the left, there's a countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens. And again, like 15 minutes after the hour, you can copy the URL and you can click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They're going to be requesting to join your room, so they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile to see whether you like to approve or deny that person. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen, because again, the point of the Hako is for you to get the help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. And I think by being able to share your screen and show others what you're seeing, I think you'll be able to provide the context that will allow them to get you that help or feedback on a thing that you work on, because they can see what you're seeing. Now, the way you communicate through the Hako, we have a text chat, like I mentioned to the right. You put your message here towards the bottom, hit send, it'll add it to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled. They'll still be able to follow along, because what people are saying, we can turn into text and put into the text chat. Now, I also have the opposite available, where you enable text to speech. So if you're not looking at the text chat, maybe you're on another tab, you'll be able to still follow along with what's happening, because any messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser. And that's pretty much it. Again, you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created. And yeah, nice. I'm going to get y'all back to work so I can get back to work. And I think the sun might be coming out. I'm looking at my solar panels, and they're getting a little bit of juice. So that's an indication of the sun is coming out. But I want to finish up some post-radio show promo stuff. And I got like one of these orders to kind of assemble. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Catch you around like 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, let me stop the screen share. Yeah, so till then, I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz, aka A Buddha. The track's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Like I said, I wish you much productivity. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread love like hell. I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were